Hi, sweeties. How are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim, and thank you all so much for all the love and support. Hope you all are doing great. Today, we'll be talking something very important. But before we get into this video, I think some certain things are very absurd. And if you see somebody doing crime, when you know that people are actually in danger, especially younger ones, I think people should report, because if you do not report, you are equally an accomplice to that crime. And this House of Speaker Kevin McCarthy actually came out to say some certain things that got people really, talking. And he actually said that one person, a member of Congress, wants him to stop an ethic complaint. Why? Because he did something with 18, that it's someone that is not up to 18 years. The person is like 17 years old. And I am asking, why is it like, why did it just come out from his mouth? Probably by mistake, because it looks like he knew this and never, because he did not file a complaint on this, that something like this happened and all that. And an ethic complaint that started before he ever became a speaker. So he knew this before he became a speaker, right? See, ma'am, there are something that should not be condoned, especially when it got to do with minors. I mean, this should be taken seriously. You know what? Let's get into this video.
I'll give you the truth why I'm not speaker. It's because one person, a member of Congress, wanted me to stop an ethics complaint because he slept with a 17-year-old. An ethics complaint that started before I ever became speaker, and that's illegal, and I'm not going to get in the middle. Did he do it or not? I don't know. But ethics is looking at it. There's other people in jail because of it. And he wanted me to influence it. I'll give you the truth why I'm not speaker. It's because one person, a member of Congress, wanted...
That should be funny every time. People would do deals with the devil, be all around the devil. Now Kevin McCarthy acting like Gene Deal and shit. Got all the stories about Diddy we never heard. All the damn stories of molestation, of violence, how he treated Kim Porter, of the actual first autopsy report, how he set up Big to die. But you never went to the police. You just went to YouTube, and you waited years later to say something. Weird. But back to this can of worms. Excuse me. Anywho, it's funny that I find it that a lot of Republicans have this issue with drag shows, LGBT, and just often just link to pedophilia, which isn't old. They've been doing that for about, 100 years almost, trying to link homophobia to pedophilia. So it's an easier way to have a moral panic around any type of social progression of a marginalized group with sexual orientation that's not Christian fundamentalism, because that's what it's really about. Because there's no correlation between child predators and people who are LGBT. And then the one instance where you see a transgender person who commits violence or rapes or does anything like that, now that's used as a justification for a generalization you already had, when statistics don't even show that there's any correlation between sexual molestation and being LGBT or drag. Y'all have this thing, and even when y'all was trying to sweep away the transphobic shit that J0ck said in his Pie song, we normalize a climate of violence that often affected Black trans people more than most. I don't know how y'all be for the people and y'all be slick perpetuating rhetoric that led to violence against our own more than most. A lot of LGBT community coincide with Black history. That, again, because you'd rather believe in Christian fundamentalism, because a lot of us do. We put it in blackface and give it Egyptian names when we go to consciousness, but your still general rubric is based in Christian fundamentalism. And the irony that if we looked at statistics of those who often go to molest children, that would be the correlation, not homosexuality. So they use the moral fear to then say, they don't want you proud to be heterosexual anymore, when no one's ever publicly decried you for being heterosexual. It's just now there's another spectrum of masculinity that's accepted, and due to the fact that our view of masculinity is very myopic, we're challenged. And so we have to correlate any man who is employing feminine type tendencies, and we have to employ it with somebody who would do something devious, who was a sexual deviant, which again is usually projection, because looking at these statistics, the motherfuckers who say that be chomos they goddamn self. And what breaks my heart in all these QAnon conspiracies, all these Jewish people run the world conspiracies, it be brothers. It be marginalized people, not even realizing it, who will accept neo-Nazi lovers, white supremacist lovers, legitimate Nazis, people who are implicit in the slavery of black people. You'll be cool with them just because they're homophobic. They will be anti-you in your existence, but because they don't like gay people, you accept it. Because they don't like gay people, you'll be cool with predators like this. Like Matthew knows you don't get no points for saying something about a predator now. Goofball. You don't get no points for saying some shit now. You've been around the motherfucker. You knew about it. You knew it was wrong. And that's the bigger problem. Because y'all don't really care for children. Children are your excuse. Children are always the first to suffer in y'all wars. How many children die in Palestine? How many children die in the Democratic Republic of Congo, where they're being sold in bags, where rape happens almost every 3 minutes, when women are being sold now? How many children? Y'all don't give a fuck about kids. Millions are dying every day because of your foreign policies, because of who you endorse, Democratic and Republic, because y'all confuse Democratic with leftists. Those are some moderate motherfuckers. Those are just y'all cousins. Some. Because politics is a spectrum, but that's a different conversation. Matthew knows was implicit, and I'm making it publicly aware that he did now, and he does anything to not aid the investigation into them charges, his ass better go to jail too. And anyone else who knew, since y'all care about the children. He said some other people went to jail about it. It's a sex trafficking ring. I bet they did. His ass, your ass, and whoever else knew better be following behind him, since y'all care about the kids.
So now Kevin McCarthy is out here comfortable in telling the truth.
So was it this? You made a lot of concessions in the negotiations.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Is that
Let's get to the bottom of it.
Right.
That is such a misnomer in life. Let me give you the truth about that now. And I'll give you the truth why I'm not speaker. It's because one person, a member of Congress, wanted me to stop an ethics complaint because he slept with a 17-year-old. An ethics complaint that started before I ever became speaker, and that's illegal, and I'm not going to get in the middle. Did he do it or not? I don't know. But ethics is looking at it. There's other people in jail because of it. And he wanted me to influence it. And you know what? So then they come out and they say, because I kept government open. I'd do it all over again. We're not going to pay our troops? No, I'm going to pay my troops. You can't do the job?
I mean, he didn't call Matt Gaetz his name, but we know he's talking about Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz is the only one that's being investigated for messing around with little girls. I say tell it all. Tell it all, and let us all be entertained. Let us all know the devils that we are dealing with. Let us all know who the true pedophiles are.
So this is all I got from this video, and it's very sad that something like this is happening and some prominent people are actually involved in it. And also, how do people know that something like this is happening? I mean, like, you know, Kevin McCarthy is as guilty as the person that did it, because if he knew something like that Matt did something like that without reporting, both of them really need to be in jail. They do not need to be anywhere close to people. I mean, they shouldn't be anywhere near people because they do not deserve to be among us, you know. it's really crazy how things like, this actually will kind of tell you that, all these people really do not care so much about people like us or other people or younger, like, they really do not care about black and brown people. All they just want is always get away with whatever they do or look for a way. I don't know, but like, and it's really very, very crazy. Like something like this is happening and someone is saying it and somebody's covering it up. Now, this is one of the reasons why when you look around what it's going on all over the world, what it's going on in Congo, you all know that every girl child in Congo is being essayed at like about 60 kids per hour, right? And they see all this, and you see none of them come out to speak up. Nobody is saying anything. Nobody is speaking on it. All the horrible things going on all over the world. And somebody is a pedophile, and no, somebody knew about it, and nobody is saying anything, or they are trying to hide it out. And probably popped out from his mouth mistakenly. And he said some people went to jail because of this, right? So you really knew that when people do things like this, they are supposed to go to jail, because they are really not supposed to be, anywhere close to us. Where people are staying, where people live around and all that. They should be segregated, somewhere really, really far away from us. And it's really a very horrible thing that some people are like, minor crime and all that, and nobody is saying anything. They are not talking about it. They're looking for a way to Matt really needs to, they really need to get that man, because his face looks like people that are into things, And yeah, I really hope this is being investigated, because for him to come up here, you know what, sometimes people say things without even knowing how they say it and all that. And he said, I'm not sure, he doesn't know if he committed it, but you are actually out there talking about it and all that. Man, it's really very absurd. People, man, make sure you protect your children and all that, because I don't see how, a full-grown man, is attracted to a teen. Or, there are some things you see. You see that some people are really very sick. They are not okay. It's really very disgusting, but then it is what it is. And I hope they face both of them. Because for you to know that somebody did this and you did not come out to report about it, and both of you should be somewhere far away from where people are living. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.